Hello Simplifiers, how are you doing? Diana Simplifies here. Let's do homemade hot cocoa. So there's many different recipes. There's so many different ways you can do it. I was looking online today. I was like, is there something special I could add to make it different? I think I'm just gonna make it the way I always make it, because if I start adding extra stuff, I believe I'd have to add extra sweetener, which I actually don't put sugar in mine, but you can put sugar. But some of them I noticed they put gobs of sugar, and I was like, that's a lot of sugar. The idea is to have a nice treat but not have tons of sugar in it. So I'm not going to change the recipe up any. I'm going to make it the way I always make it. And then you can make it your own. You can add sugar instead of the sweeteners that I'm using. Do it your way. But I'm just going to show you kind of how I measure it out. I don't think there's any right or wrong. You can just do it your way. Do it to your taste. But anyway, let's get into the recipe. Okay, let's go through the ingredients list. So obviously you're gonna need some milk. I do use whole milk, you use whatever. I did see in a recipe it said it was best to use whole or 2%. I don't know, I just use whole. I use either one. I use whole or 2% because sometimes I have 2%. Okay, I'm gonna just do a cup, and you can make more than a cup if you want. And you can do 4 cups. If you've got 4 people in your family, you could just do 4 cups and then just add extra of everything. I use this dark cocoa, the special dark. I really like the special dark because I'm a dark chocolate girl. If you don't like that, then just use the regular. So what I do is I use 2 types, but you do not have to do that. You can just use one. So it does make it more complicated to use 2, but I use this one. And then there's this. I think I saw that somebody said that this is, it looks like Saco Pantry. I think I saw where somebody says it's actually pronounced Saco. I don't know how it's pronounced, S-A-C-O. But they have this brand. This is from Dollar Tree. The little ones at Dollar Tree it's cheaper to buy them this way. But they have this same brand in organic. I like organic food. So they have the same brand in organic at Walmart. So if I can't find this, then I get the organic. So this is just the regular colored cocoa. It's not the dark cocoa. So I just like to mix the 2. It probably sounds weird. This is how I like to do it. I frankly feel like it tastes better having 2 types. I don't know why that would be, because it seems like it'd be about the same. But now I use sweetener. You can just use regular sugar. I use some Swerve, and I'll show you how much. And then I use this. I'm sure I'm gonna not say this right. Madhava Clean and Simple Organic Coconut Sugar. But anyway, there's what it looks like. Coconut sugar. Okay. I get both of these at Walmart. This is the granulated Swerve. There's several different Swerves, so this is the granular one. So I should probably mention that. Now, I also, if I don't forget, I like to put my protein in there, the collagen peptides. This is Bobby from Flav City talks about this a lot. I don't know if he still does. It's been a while since I've watched him. Everything he talks about is super expensive, but so this is like it's a little bit over $30 for this thing. It's like 24 ounces. So I just use a spoonful of this just to get my extra stuff in. And then I've been forgetting to use it, but I used organic coconut oil. This one's from Sam's. You could use it from anywhere. So I like the organic coconut oil. You want it, if you're gonna use coconut oil for health reasons, you want it to be unrefined. This is cold pressed and unrefined. And one time I bought the wrong kind. So if you're doing this for health purposes, it also makes it kind of creamy, but if you're doing it for health reasons, you want it to be unrefined. Don't do like I did and mess up and buy the wrong thing, because it's very expensive, so you don't want to buy the wrong one. Okay, so that's all my, you can also use, it's on the top, you can use whipping cream or like the spray can cream, or however you want to do it. People use half and half, whatever you like. I'm going to use a few marshmallows. I actually love that spray stuff, or you can just use Cool Whip. But I like marshmallows, or you can use marshmallow cream. I'm out of that. The marshmallow cream is actually divine on top. That does obviously add sugar to it though. Okay, so I went ahead and put the cup. This is a cup of milk, might be a little bit more. Doesn't have to be exact. This is a smaller saucepan, and I'm gonna put this on 3. And sometimes if you don't stir it enough, it needs to be on 2, but I don't want it to take all day, so I go ahead and put it on 3. If that's too much, then I just knock it down to 2.5. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my cocoa in. Now I just have these big spoons. These are bigger than, I should have brought a regular spoon over here. I don't know if everybody has these like spoons. So here's, a regular spoon, and then I'm gonna use this bigger spoon. So it's not like the biggest serving spoon, it's just bigger than, so I don't know. Not exactly sure how it measures out as far as But honestly, you can just do this to taste. It's really not a big deal. It's just a huge heaping spoonful of that. Everything, I just made this up out of my head, so it was just all to taste. So I would just do it to taste the way you want to do it. You can also just do this in the microwave. You do not, same thing with that heaping spoonful. You do not have to do this on the stovetop. There was a reason I started doing it on the stovetop. I don't really remember what it was. I felt like my mugs were cracking or starting to crack in the microwave. I had some plates that cracked in the microwave, so I just got to where, okay, on this, it's not quite as heaping, it's just like this. This is the coconut sugar. So just like that. And so it might be that you would need, if you're going to use regular sugar, you might need 2 tablespoons. I'll probably start with 2 tablespoons and see how that goes. See if you think it's sugary enough. And you know, you might need, if you're used to using a lot more in your coffee or something, you might need more than that. Okay, let's use the proteins. This is unflavored, so let's see. Yes, it says unflavored. It's in this blue one. I think they've got some flavored ones, like maybe some chocolate, but I just use unflavored. And then I just do that, just like that. One thing, this bottle is very slippery. I wish they would do something where this wasn't so wide and so slippery, because if you drop this, you know, if you were to drop this, you're dropping $30-something worth of product. So every time I pick that up, I'm like, oh my word. I feel like I'm gonna drop it because it's so slick. So just be careful with it. I am gonna wipe this off before I put this in my coconut oil. Now it's cold out, so in the summer this is totally liquefied, but in the winter it's more like Crisco. So I put a big spoonful in there. It's, you know, quite a bit. I do feel like it makes it creamier. It does change the taste some, so you may want to try this without it. Sorry, I'm using my finger. I'm only making it for me, and my finger is clean. I just washed my hands. I was watching one of my videos where I had just stuck my finger when I made the fudge. I just stuck my finger in there, and I thought that looks awful for you to do that on camera. But I'm just making it for me. My hands are always clean when I'm in the kitchen. I'm very cognizant of having clean hands. In fact, I wash my hands all the time. So because I'm dealing with pets all the time, so deal with their food, wash my hands. Deal with their medicine, wash my hands. You know, constantly. If I'm putting my hands in their mouth to give them a pill, I'm washing my hands. So, and then this is just a little whisk that I have. I think this could be Pampered Chef. I don't even know. But anyway, it's just like that. But you could just use any kind of whisk. And I've got some coconut oil right here on the side. Hopefully it'll blend in there in a minute. Just try to get it off the side. The coconut oil, the least expensive I've ever found is that big container from Sam's. It is 56 ounces, and I get it for, I think, $8 or $9. And if you buy that at Aldi, it's a tiny container, and I think it's $8, $7 or $8. The price kept going up. So I haven't looked at it in a while. The price got so high and so high, I thought, shoot, is there a cheaper place to get this? Yes, Sam's. So if you're a Sam's member, that is where I got that. You could also try Costco. I'm sure that they always have good deals on stuff too, so they probably have a good price. Okay, so we're just gonna stir this for a few minutes. Just gonna keep stirring it with it takes a while for this coconut oil to actually dissolve in here. So anyway, I'll be back with you in just a minute. Just, if you're making it, you just wanna keep doing this so it will not be sticking to the bottom and burning. I decided to use a tablespoon and see if it was the same as this. These are pretty much the same. This looks wider, but so basically it would be a heaping tablespoon when I was measuring out the different cocos, but I was just putting it in this, so it's pretty much the same. It's pretty close. All right. When I was looking at recipes, some people were saying you could add chocolate semi-sweets. It's already open, so I'm gonna hold on to it, but it's the specialty Belgian chocolate. It says specially selected Belgian chocolate chunks, dark 62%, premium baking chunks made with imported unsweetened chocolate from Belgium. These are so good, and they're big chunks. I may just put about 3 chunks in here. I don't want to change it and have to add extra sweetener, but I'll just add about 3 chunks. But you can see how chunky and big these are. So I'm going to add that in there. I've never tried that before. And ideally, you'd probably want to add a few more, but I'm just going to, like I said, I don't want to have to add a bunch of more sweetener, so. Okay, I know it's ready when I see steam coming off of it, so I went ahead and turned it off. This is my Dollar Tree mug that I love. I just got it this year. My Christmas mug. And you just pour it in. I like to hang over the sink when I do this. You can see the steam coming off. I like to hang over the sink in case I make a mess and spill. And then I just go ahead and run water in this. And then this is ready to drink. And like oh, see, I did make a spill. There you go. I like to put marshmallows or marshmallow cream in mine. You can put whatever you want. I've also done Cool Whip. I've also done the whip topping. I've done it all. So if you have something that you like to put on your hot cocoa, drop it in the comments. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay warm. It is nice and cold here this morning, although we'll be warming up later. So we're going to be walking Ranger pretty soon. Thanks for being here. Love you guys so much. Bye-bye.